Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. As always, likes, comments, and subscriptions are appreciated as they do help the video. Welcome back to another News I Missed, where I go over news I missed. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Here's one way to max leverage publicity around the launch of your keystone product. Throw in an NFT, and that's just what Samsung has done, at least for consumers in South Korea, in partnership with crypto project Theta Labs. The electronics company will dole out commemorative NFTs to people who have pre-ordered either the Galaxy S22 smartphone or the new tablet S8. The NFTs reportedly come equipped with ongoing membership benefits and privileges, according to the CEO and co-founder of Theta Labs, Mitch Liu. A Theta spokesperson could not share further details with Decrypt as to what these benefits would be. However, first of all, the NFT space continues to expand at a very rapid pace. Between the NFT space and the Metaverse space, which I guess you could kind of link together in some sort of way, the amount of news that there is on a nearly daily basis now of how all these things are being integrated or going to be used is quite fantastic, to say the least, especially when the space is relatively new at roughly around a 2-year period. For those of you who are not into the NFT space too much, a lot of major companies are beginning to announce and or leak that if you hold certain NFTs from them, that they will be offering benefits and privileges. You may have heard the rumors before from the other thing we were talking about previously in the past on the other channel, as far as like long-term benefits of holding certain NFTs and like being granted discounts when you buy certain things that are associated with that store from holding their NFT, or potentially free entrance into places. So it's fascinating to see the future utility of a lot of these tokens and exactly what they're going to be used for. This is also, for those of you who are unaware, this is not Samsung's first time in the cryptocurrency space. I believe their first blockchain smartphone was somewhere around 2018, if I'm not mistaken, where they were like talking about integrating Bitcoin and Ethereum and like being able to run nodes and stuff like that. But it seems that they moved over to Theta Labs, because I don't know much about Theta, but I'm going to assume that it has more than 3 transactions per second. Just a little, bit of logic right there. And they probably also have some type of partnership with them as far as them holding up tons of coins as well. Yeah, that's the Samsung NFTs and Theta Network news. I think every single, I don't know all of Samsung's phones, but I'm pretty sure nearly all of them at this point have a, some type of a blockchain cryptocurrency wallet type of feature. But I guess now they're getting into the NFT space as well. And I really do wonder, you know how, like, little side note, if you've ever collected anything, if you look at the current value of certain collectibles that were released in the 80s or 70s or 60s, in the 70s or 80s or 60s, no one really saw any value in these things. It was simply something that was released at that time that was kind of like, okay, cool. But as it became more rare, harder to find, I wonder what the original first NFTs in about a good 15, 20, 30 years are going to look like as far as like collectability, when like, oh, at the time they were simply released as something that came for free on the phone. But now if you still have one of these things, you kind of get what I'm saying. Anyway, that's the Samsung NFT Theta Network news. And yeah, let's move on. Also in the news, Bandai Namco has disclosed plans to create a metaverse in order to improve its customer relations. The strategy was unveiled during the company's new midterm plan, which outlined a 3-year vision. This initiative is expected to cost the company approximately $130 million. Bandai Namco's goal is to build communities around the brand and its fans, as well as communities around their IP metaverse. It will eventually establish long-term, complex frameworks through these communities and content, and Bandai will place a premium on the quality of those connections. I would only hope so. Bandai Namco will significantly increase the long-term value of the intellectual property by pursuing this strategy. Bandai Namco is investing heavily in the foundation and development of the intellectual property virtual realm in order to make the IP metaverse a reality. First of all, is Bandai the one who made Power Rangers? Or am I thinking of some other company? I, for some reason, can see like the logo at the end of the Power Rangers episode, but I can't. This was like 94, 95. I don't remember anymore. Anyway, yeah. So this is now another company in the long list of other companies who has joined the Metaverse cryptocurrency NFT space. There are a lot of them now. I do assume, similar to how in the very beginning there was only Bitcoin, and then there was like Bitcoin and 12 other coins, and then there was Litecoin, and then there was XRP, and then there was Ethereum, and it kept on going on and on and on. And now we have around 10,000 different coins, maybe 20 of which actually matter. I think we're going to see the same exact thing for the Metaverse. I think we're going to see this is nothing. I think we're going to see an enormous amount of companies announce that they're going to be making their own Metaverse, launching their own Metaverse, having their own NFTs, having their own platforms. But I think it will level out in that if these companies are already popular in the real world, like actual usage and people are buying their stuff and their stock is doing pretty well, I think these metaverses will exceed. However, if it's kind of another company that people maybe aren't paying attention to, I don't think that we're going to exist in a world with 47,000 metaverses. I'll put it to you that way. I assume we'll have about a good 6 really popular decentralized ones, about 9 big name, like I assume Apple, Meta, and a bunch of other companies are going to be like the front runners, and they'll have some type of interoperability between them. And then eventually the other companies will simply have to join hands with the larger companies to also build their metaverse or integrate their metaverse or have a bridge or a link or a teleportation portal or something like that between them as well. But the news is Bandai, I'm pretty sure Bandai made Power Rangers. Bandai is making their own metaverse. Let's hope it looks good. I mean, there's so many things that these companies can do. And I feel like, I'll give it time. Because I feel like the visions for a lot of these things is very basic. But imagine being able to like go into a Gundam or buy a Gundam or be, I don't know. Anyway, that's the Bandai. Namco is making their own metaverse news, as is nearly every other company on the planet. News. Alrighty. Let's move on. Also in the news on Thursday, YouTube's Chief Product Officer Neil Mohan posted an article on the company's blog page announcing its broad intentions regarding Web3 and enabling NFTs on its platform. Are you seeing the trend here? This happens all the time. And I try to tell you, if you have a minute, just to try and pay a little bit more attention to the Metaverse / NFT world, simply because it is going to be everywhere. Mohan's article, titled A Look at 2022, Community, Collaboration, and Commerce, provided an overview of YouTube's planned products, features, and tools to be deployed this year. Mohan's article echoes and reinforces a similar message delivered by YouTube CEO last month. As context, Web 1 was the first iteration of the internet, which was basically static brochures, and message boards accessed via dial-up. The advent of Web 2 saw Facebook, Amazon, and Google, which attracted users and monetized users' content for the benefit of the platform provided via paid advertising. Web 3, platform users will be able to... What? Platform users will also be content creators who will profit, share in the mods and adaptations they develop in partnership with the primary platform using repurposed high-frequency broadcast channels. Mohan's announcement outlines that the future of YouTube builds on the premise and is more creator-focused than ever before. He said Web 3 also opens up new opportunities for creators. We believe new technologies like blockchain and NFTs can allow creators to build deeper relationships with their fans. Together, they'll also be able to collaborate on new projects and make money in ways not previously possible. For example, giving a verifiable way for fans to own unique videos, photos, art, and even experience from their... That's a good selling point. From their favorite creators could be compelling prospect for creators and their audiences. There's a lot to consider in making sure we approach these new technologies responsibly. but we think there's incredible potential as well. So the news is YouTube is going to be integrating NFTs onto their platform. This should come as no surprise. We had a number of rumors years ago, hyper rumors, that allegedly Bitcoin was going to be integrated into YouTube. This was around the same exact time that we had it. It was going to be integrated into eBay as well, what have you. It's clear that they have a very close eye on the space, what's happening, and I'm pretty certain that behind the scenes, they are definitely working on it in some sort of way. Will there be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin integration in YouTube anytime soon? Probably not. I mean, at least for the foreseeable future, especially if the US SEC can't get it together. But everything else is definitely going to be a part of it as well. Quite fascinating. And I'm, once again, this news happens every single day. A lot of it is being brought to you in news that I miss, but also during the normal videos, it happens as well. But just understand, like, NFTs are just a normal part of the blockchain system. They're only known as NFTs because it's kind of the easiest keyword way to kind of like make them known to a lot of people, but they've existed for a while and they're probably going to be around forever as long as we have blockchains. So just thought I'd throw that out there. Anyway, that's the 2022 plans for YouTube integrating NFTs news. And yeah, let's move on. Next up, publicly traded company Ether Capital has added an additional $38 million or 10,240 Ether to Ethereum 2.0 staking per a press release shared with Bitcoinist. The company has a total of $59 million staked into the network's proof of stake consensus layer based in Canada. Ether Capital attracted media attention in 2021 when it became one of the first public companies to allocate millions into Ethereum staking as part of the treasury strategy. The company is determined to support the development of its network's Web3 ecosystem and become its investment hub. Ether Capital has a portfolio of over 44,000 Ether and plans to allocate, at least 30,000 Ether into Ethereum 2.0 staking. This would represent 65% of its total Ether balance. We don't normally get a lot of Ether staking news. This does also happen behind the scenes, but I mean, it's not the most exciting news that's out there in the cryptocurrency space. More companies have begun to allocate huge amounts of Ethereum to the Ethereum 2.0 ecosystem. As far as I understand it, once we have Ethereum 2.0 finally launching, you will be able to properly begin staking. However, you can now pre-stake to get pre-rewards that kind of build up over time. And then when the network has it finally upgraded, these rewards will be released to you. And therefore, this is why if you do it earlier, you get the earlier rewards as opposed to waiting until the network has actually upgraded. Once again, this is what I've gathered from actually reading around online. So, forgive me if I'm incorrect, but a lot of companies have been staking earlier just to make sure that they make the extra money. And I think it even says it's somewhere around here. Yeah, I think this is it. I think the current reward is 5%, which isn't bad, which is actually, no, I'll be completely honest. It's actually completely incredible compared to what banks normally give. And I think I was talking with my friend about staking rewards for a lot of other DeFi protocols and coins like that. And some of these things have 40%, some have 200%, and none of that is actually sustainable. So a realistic number of 5% is really, really good. And I do believe, this is me, in a world where cryptocurrencies have made it and staking is definitely going to continue to be a thing for all the major blockchains except for Bitcoin, this is going to be the new passive income. There's not going to be much of a huge discussion, in my opinion, if cryptocurrencies have made it as to, I'm totally fine getting 1.8% or 2.3% from my stocks that I hold in a quarterly dividend, as opposed to a guaranteed 5% from these coins that I believe are kind of going to take over the world. This will be the brand new way, especially for early crypto adopters like everybody here. This is going to be the new way of basically making $5,000, $10,000 per month without ever having to do anything, which is, I guess, basically the dream. Yeah. Tons of companies and tons of normal people are also pre-staking as well. Still no exact timing as far as we know for the official launch of Ethereum 2.0. We're still hanging on the Q2 timeframe, which is rapidly approaching. So let's see if that ends up taking place. But yeah, that's the Ethereum staking news. And let's move on. And to finish things off, digital asset platform backed BAKKT Holdings has teamed up with Valiant Bank, an institution that provides financial services to be a seamless crypto experience to its banking customers. I can't read. I'm having so many problems. According to a press release on Monday, Valiant Bank would enable customers to easily buy, sell, and hold Bitcoin and Ether and other altcoins within the bank's digital banking infrastructure via the Backed Crypto Connect solution. Back's program, which is scheduled to launch in Q2 of 2022. Maybe we talked about Back's program, I think, last year. Is an early adopter solution that seeks to lower the barrier for entry for new cryptocurrency participants. If I remember. Anyway, so yeah, Backed continues to be, I was going to say like be in the backed, but doesn't make a lot of sense. To kind of hang around. It's kind of interesting to see that they've kind of made it. The original intent was to, I think, have a world-class leading cryptocurrency exchange / futures platform, but nobody was really using it. So I guess the other way to kind of make sure that you are still in the news and completely relevant is to go through the New York Stock Exchange to make Backed and have Backed partner with other cryptocurrency banks and or other companies who also want exposure to it as well. Keep in mind, we are still not at the end of the month yet. And this is at least the 30th, not joking, bank that we've heard from who is partnering with some other company or institution backed in this instance, who is going to be offering cryptocurrency trading to their customers. This is very significant. It's happening very, very fast. And usually the times when the market matures the most is usually when prices are going down. This is why I kept on saying, if you pay attention to even the downward movements in the market that we're experiencing every now and again, all the big players are still setting up shop. They're still building, they're still creating, while other people are kind of discouraged because the market is going down. Anyway, yeah, I think by this summer, we are going to see hundreds of banks around the world completely into the cryptocurrency space. So just always, if you can, make sure that you're still paying attention. Yeah. Let's move on. Right? Those lines are gigantic. What can I scroll down? Oh my, what is happening? Do you see all these transactions? What the fudge was that? Did it? Okay. It had to reload. I was like, whoa. If you normally look at this, I mean, Ethereum tends to always have a longer line because of all the other things that are going on with it. But even Bitcoin usually, I mean, has like 30 people trying to get into the bus. This is what a lot of activity on a random day as well. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great day, and all the transactions are gone. A great day, great afternoon, great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you. No, the bus gone. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.